Men who seek out trad wives are no different from men who purchase. What is a man gaining whenever he has this trad wife? He is gaining somebody who is going to tend to the house and who also will be his personal buddy whenever he wants to have with her. In exchange, she is being compensated through housing, through whatever allowances this man gives her, and through whatever activities, dates, etc. that they go on together.
It always comes down to bedroom fun with women like this. The thought never once occurred to her that the woman taking care of her man does it because she actually cares about him. She just sees men who want a traditional wife as some kind of a diabolical, hostage taker or something.
Instead of pursuing an education or career, this woman has decided to give up her body to this man in exchange for whatever he can provide for her. And these men who purchase their wives, they are expecting their wives to never say no, to always submit to them, and to regard them as the head of the household. And the fact that marital rape is so common and normalized really just shows that men are not in these marriages for love. They're in it because they view women's bodies as something that they get to own.
Considering how much modern womanists love to drone on and on about consent, the thought that the single income household is an agreement made by two consenting adults never once occurred to her. Naturally, if she did that, it would completely destroy her bonkers argument. Modern women straight up dislike men who want feminine women. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way in, and let's get into the video.
I fear I need a man in my life. I am a strong, successful female. I have a whole career. I got a lot going for me, and I still need a man. Because today the lights went off in my car and said low tire pressure, and I was like, I would love to be able to text someone and go, babe, there's a light on and I don't know what to do. Instead, you have me out here checking tire pressure, putting air in my tire. I'm tired of being strong. I just want to be weak and baby. And I want some man to go, vroom, my baby's in danger. Must get air for her tire.
She's acting like a spoiled child. The second something happens that she doesn't like, she flails about in her car and whines about how unfair it is that she doesn't have a man in her life. That's not something that most men just want to deal with.
Just one more thing, and I'm getting off this app because I'm almost out of coffee and my brain is slowing down. But ladies, it is okay to hang up our Miss Independent titles. Everybody knows women can do everything. We're just not meant to do everything. Let these men come in, be protectors, be providers, and make our lives easier. You have nothing to gain by trying to prove your independence. You're truly just trying to prove it to yourself. And that's okay, but you don't have to. Hang it up. Be in your receiving energy. It is time to live a soft life. You deserve it. You deserve it.
You can't claim that you're independent and bash men by saying that you can do everything he can do, only better, and then say that it's totally okay to let that very same man serve you. You're either independent or you're not, and you're stuck with the decision for life.
You need to stop being so scared to ask men for stuff.
Why would a grown, supposedly independent woman actually have the audacity to ask men for stuff? I'm sure there's a good reason.
Because these men never hesitate to ask you for your body.
Right. Sure. Because that makes perfect sense. Turn relationships into something transactional so that a person is basically selling their services. Okay. I'm really getting embarrassed for a lot of these women out there. Do they not realize how bad a lot of this is making them look? Of course, then again, I don't think they care.
Modern women think they hold the ultimate trump card over men in the form of bedroom fun, as if men will bend over backwards to try and hook up with her. The problem is that most of these women are not worth the time or the effort, so the majority of men just don't care anymore.
So I think you asking him for $20 for gas really shouldn't be a big deal.
Sadly, it's probably these very same types of women and those that listen to this type of advice that view relationships as strictly transactional and see men only for what they can be used to get out of them that are probably still wondering why they can't find a good relationship. Where are all those good men hiding? And why can't they seem to find a relationship that actually lasts, where someone treats them with love and respect? Well, here's a thought. If you treat every relationship as a transaction, the guy is going to often find a better deal.
Women like this only see men as commodities. They don't even view men as people. In their eyes, men are just supposed to dispense free food, money, and entertainment simply because she exists.
Okay, here's my hot take. I am done, and I mean done, being a strong, independent woman. And I'll tell you why. It has just taken me an hour, 60 minutes, to put up this coat stand, okay? That would have taken my husband 5 minutes. So do you know what I'm going to do? And I think we need to start a campaign for this. Go back to pink and blue jobs. Am I going to take the bins out anymore? No.
She thinks she can just do away with the title of being an independent woman and allow a man to just take over. It's not possible. The attitude that comes with the whole strong and independent thing doesn't just go away.
You best believe I'm not gonna. Am I gonna mow the lawn? That's a blue job. So I think the sooner we accept that, am I sending feminism back about 20 years? Maybe. However, I think it's the right path we need to go down. So if you agree, let me know in the comments. If you don't, then I don't want to hear it, quite frankly, because I will not be putting the rubbish out anymore. Though now I come to think of it, I also don't want to do the pink jobs. Maybe I'm just a lazy bitch.
That's what modern women mean when they want to be in their soft era. They just want to lay around, do nothing, and have the man serve her and her every whim.
Hot take, but I don't want to be independent anymore. We live in a society right now where it has been engraved and pushed down our throats that we need to have this like boss babe mentality. We're following God has made me and put me in just this feminine desire. Like I desire nothing more than to serve my family and serve my husband. To be able to just cultivate a home, like turn a house into a home, and to be making bread and serving my family and having my kids and driving them around. So like that is the deepest desire of my heart now.
She wants a life where she gets to stay at home, cook, clean, and take care of the kids, but it's also coming from the mouth of a modern woman. So that means she just wants a man who makes enough money so that she can quit the job that she clearly hates.
Like money is cool, but like I don't even really I care about that, but I desire to serve more than anything. Like when I get to cook for people, when I get to cultivate and like create a meal, like that brings me so much more joy now. And it's so funny because God really truly does change the desires of your heart. Like he puts a completely different perspective in your heart and a desire, which is that true femininity, where society has made us think like that is like oppressive.
It's interesting how she keeps bringing up her religion in this whole rant of hers. It really does make you want to question the legitimacy of what she's saying. It almost sounds like she's trying to fool Christian men into taking her seriously because she's old and desperate.
That is the most beautiful thing, to get to come home, a husband to get to come home and his wife is serving him. Now, if you are going out and working so hard, yes, you're going to come home and I want to serve you. Yes, you're going to come home and everything's going to be taken care of. And not every day, I'm sure, is going to be perfect. I'm sure that when you are running around with like so many kids, like it is so hard, but the desire is so beautiful. And God really does change those desires of your heart.
She could have had a life where she could have served a family and made a good life for her children, but she chose to be strong and independent instead. And by doing so, she made herself look as unattractive to good men as possible. Religion can't fix that kind of damage.
If you are beautiful, smart, and successful, you will have by far the hardest time in dating. Many men think they want a confident, independent woman, but when it comes down to actually meeting one, it's a whole different story. This brings up a ton of insecurities for them and challenges their masculinity. Since they know you don't need them, they may feel some lack of control over the situation and be afraid that you're going to leave them for someone better.
Tell us you don't have the first clue about how men think and feel without telling us you don't have the first clue, etc., etc.
At no point have men ever gotten together and said that they want a strong and independent female in their lives. Strong and independent just means bitter, combative, and incapable of showing any softness or compassion to the men that care for her.
This is just another beautiful example of how women tell other women things that sound good to them to help them cope with a sad reality. The reality that today's men are done with them, that they're rejecting today's women and walking away. It's something women do because it makes them feel better about the reality that is their lives. The reality that they're sad, bitter, alone, and unwanted. It's why things will only get worse for women. Because to them, it's easier to blame men for rejecting them instead of accepting that maybe, just maybe, they aren't the perfect catch they think they are.
It's kind of strange to see so many women go online and talk about how they are the living embodiment of perfection while also putting their flaws out on full display for the planet to witness. It's really quite something.
I was talking to someone and we were literally just talking about it right now. And the topic was about me and the way, like, how I am. They said I'm an alpha minded female. Mind you, I've never gotten that before, so I Googled it and I was like, maybe that does sound like me. But I always received it in such a negative, like, tone. I've always been called, like, high maintenance. I've always been told I'm too good for the other person, that I'm too stuck up for the other person, yada, 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 right?
If a woman is called an alpha or high maintenance, that is most certainly not a good thing. But apparently, this woman thinks that when a man calls her aggressive, that is somehow supposed to be taken as a compliment.
So I asked if it was meant as a compliment, and they said no, but that they respect me because of probably, like, everything that I've been through, which I've never discussed my past with this person. But needless to say, I have dealt with a lot of dependent people, which makes me very highly independent. Bro, I am so tired of being independent, especially as a woman, because I am just so exhausted of doing everything by myself and doing it all by myself too.
What this woman doesn't realize is how little people care about her quote unquote trauma. If she's hyper independent, then it's up to her to put in the work to be able to lower her guard and soften up. If she's not willing to do that, then simply put, men won't want her. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Click this video that's up on the screen now if you want to see more. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.